next is optimal algorithm. In optimal algorithm, what you have to do, this is a hypothetical algorithm. Okay, so optimal algorithm says that replace the page that will not be used for longest period of time. That will not be used, that means it is the future. Okay, so we are telling that in this, suppose this is the um, reference string is given. So first we accessed 7 page, then 0th page, then 1 page, then 2. Okay, so 2 came, so 2 will replace some of this page. Okay, so 2 will replace what? Now we
Now
have
we
to
have to
decide
decide
which
which
page
page
will
will
not be
not be
used
used
for
for
longest
longest
period of time. So after 2 we will see 0 will be used just after 2, so we will not replace 0. Then we will see 3, 0, 4, 2 is coming. Okay, so 2 also,
you are
the
saying in the 16
2
page.
is coming, so 2 we will
Why?
not
Because
remove, because 2 is the current reference page. Okay, then 3032. So if you can see, in future 7 is not coming for a long time. Okay, so that's why we will replace 7. Okay, so that's why 7 is replaced by 2. Now we will see 0 is there, now there is a 3. So again we will see which among 0 and 1 which is not being used for a long time. So we can see that after 3 0 is coming, so we will not replace 0. After some time 2 will again will be accessed, so we will not replace 2. Again we will see that 1 is coming after a long time. Okay, that means 1 will be asked by the processor after a long time, so we will replace 1 and we will write 3 here. Okay, but what is the problem in this optimal algorithm? The problem in optimal algorithm then is that how do you know the future? Okay, because currently processor is asking 3, how you will know what processor will ask in what way? Okay, so guessing this reference string is very difficult, so that's why what is happening, we are not using this optimal algorithm, and we will keep this algorithm as a standard algorithm. Whatever algorithm we will propose, we will just compare that algorithm with this algorithm. Okay, so it is just a theoretical algorithm which is not, which cannot be implemented in operating system. Okay, next is your LRU. Okay, LRU we have already read in computer organization. It is the same thing. Okay, we have to use the past knowledge rather than future knowledge. Okay, so optimal algorithm says that you have to check the future, but future is not available till now, so we will gain our insight from the past knowledge. Okay, so we will replace that page which is used uh, before a long time. Okay, so that is not being used recently, so that is the least recently used page, we will remove that page. Okay, so like that, this type of one reference string will be given, and you have to find out which page is least recently used. Okay, so 701, then after that 2 is coming. So previously only 7 was used. Okay, so 1 is recently used, 0 is just recently used, and 7 is least recently used, so we will replace 7. Okay, so 201, then after that 0 came, that means 0 is recently used, 2 is just before that, and 1 is just before that, that means 1 is the least recently used page, so we will replace it by 3. Okay, so that's how LRU algorithm works. Okay, main thing is that how to identify which among these 3 pages which is least recently used and which is recently used. Okay, so for that, to implement this LRU algorithm, we have to use some counter. Okay, so we have to use some counter implementation. Okay, so how to use a counter? Just give a count to each of these page. Okay, so suppose if this is recently used, then give 3 as the value. if before that 2 is used, then give 2, and before that 1 is used, give 1. Okay. If 0 is used again, then you have to give the highest value to this 0, and then if 3 will come, then give 3 here and reduce the value of 2 and 0 count by 1. Okay. So let me go to an example and show you how this will work. 1 minute. I think you will get this algorithm with good what is that, good example in some video. Let me search that one. 1 minute. Okay, so I have sent you this full virtual memory concept, right? So in that, I think somewhere LRU will be there. No, LRU will be there in cache memory. So let's see where is the cache memory. LRU. Okay. So these two we will refer after some time. Okay. These two are NMRU and PLRU are little bit advanced version of LRU, and we will see little about LRU algorithm. That is page replacement. Let's see where is gas. This is related to storage. Okay, here we will see replacement policy. LRU algorithm. Okay, so in this, we have to use some counter. I think in the next one it is there. It is not clearly mentioned in the book, so that's why I'm telling. I think still it is missing. Okay, so let me go to my iPad and show you. 1 minute. Can you able to see the screen? Okay. So Hilario says that each entry will have one counter. Okay. So let's start with this reference string. Suppose 240724277. Okay. So what we will do, first entry will be 2, then 4, then 0, then 7. Okay. So this 4 is over. Next, after that 3 will come. Okay. So how to replace 3? 3 will be replaced based on some counter. Okay. So what is that counter? Whenever your 2 came, okay. So 2 was given the highest number, and suppose this counter value is initially 0000. Okay. When 2 came, this became 1. Okay. When 4 came, this value became this value became 2, and when 0 came, this value became 3. When 7 came, this value became 4. Okay. So whichever is the highest value, that is the that is the recently used page. Okay. Now when 3 is coming, so 3 will replace the least recently used. Which one is least recently used? Just check the lowest count. Okay, this is the counter. Check the lowest one. Okay, so now this will be replaced by 3. Okay, so now what we will do, whenever this is 3 is replaced by 2, we will update its counter to highest. Okay, so that is the 3 is recently used. So 3 will be counter value will be highest, and whatever about these all values, these values will be reduced by 1. Okay, understood? Simple thing. Now what will happen? 2 is coming. Now 2 is not available in this page. So in this main memory, so we have to remove one page from the main memory. So how to remove it? Again, we have to check the lowest count. Okay, so lowest count is 4. So 4 will be replaced by 2. Okay, and what will happen to this value? This value will be 4. Okay, what other value will be reduced? All other value will be reduced by 1. Okay, I think hopefully you understood now how this counter is working. Now 4 is coming. 4 is again, it is not there in this page, in this frame. So what we will do, we will again replace the lowest count value, that is 0. So 0 will be replaced by 4. Okay, rest all other values will be reduced by 1 again. Okay, understood? Or any doubt in this counting procedure? So this counter will keep the count of which frame or page is recently used and which is not recently used. Okay, so that's how it will work. Any doubt in this, or you need these other strings also, or is it okay? Okay, so let me stop this one. Okay, so now what we will do, there is a problem in this LRU. Okay, so when we have implemented this counter, every page entry has a counter. Every time page is a reference through this entry, copy the clock into the counter. That means what? Uh, the example that we have seen, it is showing the counter value like 0 1 2 3 4, right? But normally how to implement it, you implement the clock. Whenever it will be referenced, that clock value you will keep. So whenever the recently used page will have a higher clock value than the least recently used page, right? So that's why what will happen in that each counter value we will put the clock value. Always clock will show more time, right? So clock will be incrementing all the time. At the same time, your counter of the page entries which are referenced will also be increased. Okay. When a page needs to be changed, look at the counter to find smallest value, and you have to search through the whole table and find the lowest value, that is 1, and replace it. Okay. You can also implement this thing using stack. Okay. In stack, what we will do, let's see this one. In stack, what we will do, suppose 21074 is there, okay, and some other value is coming. Then what we can do, you can just replace the top value. Okay, so whenever suppose 4 7, so 4 came here, 7 came here, 0 came here, then again 7 is coming. So after this 3 value, 7 is coming again. So that means what, 7 will go to the top. Okay, we have to keep the latest referenced page on the top. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to again pop out all the pages from the top and replace, then again push it back everything and put the latest reference page on the top. Okay, so uh, I think the opposite, not the latest reference, the least reference, we have to keep it on the top. Okay, the key, we can use a stack of the page number in the double link form, page referenced, move it to the top. So okay, whichever page is referenced, that we have to move it to the top. And we require lots of pointer for this, because of changing the position of whenever anything will be referenced, the the position has to be changed. Okay, so I think this is showing this example up to this. This is the stack before a. Okay, so this is the content that is before a, and when 7 will come, what will happen, 7 is referenced again, so we have to keep it on the top. Okay, so we have to do all the pop operation and pop up to 7, and then we will push down all the 0 1 2 0 1 2 again, and again we have to keep 7 here. 7 will be on the top. In this case, each update is more expensive whenever there is a reference. The update is very expensive, so better is most people use this type of counter implementation. Okay, using stack, it is very difficult to push it and pop it all the time whenever there is an update. So it is very expensive. Okay, there is no Baladi's anomaly in any of the algorithm of LRU or optimal algorithm. Only Baladi's anomaly is coming in FIFO. Okay. Next, there are some LRU approximation algorithm that I was telling here. So in that, where is that? This one. So there are two algorithms. There are two algorithms. One is NMRU and another one is PLRU. Okay, there are two algorithms, that is the approximation of LRU algorithm. Why we need an approximation algorithm for LRU? What is the problem in LRU? The problem is in LRU, you can see here, in LRU every page entry has a counter. Okay, to store this counter we need some hardware. Okay, to store these counter bits, suppose there is a uh, uh, suppose there are 1,000 number of frames. Okay, can anybody tell me how many number of bits are required for each counter? If there are 1,000 number of frames are present, how many number of bits are required for each counter? For counter, how many bits are required for counting purpose? if there are 1000 number of frames are available. Eleven or 10? 10. Yes. Not 11. Okay. So 10 number of bits are required. Why? Because 2 to the power 10 is 1024. So we need 1000 number of counters to be generated. So we need 10 number of bits. Okay. So think there are not 1000 in our RAM. It is not 1000. It is more than that. So think about how many number of counter bits are required to store this counting for counting purpose. Okay, so it is a waste of hardware. So why to use LRU? Let's go for some approximation algorithm that will give almost same performance as LRU, but it will not take that much hardware. Okay, so the next algorithm came is NMRU. That is what is this? 1 minute. The name is changed in book and this video. So NMRU is least frequently used algorithm. Another one is most frequently used algorithm. So two algorithms are there. NMRU. Let me search this one. What is the full form? NMRU. NMRU is not the name as per the book, but we will see. The concept is algorithm is same. It is mostly used in Georgia University. Not
Not
recently
recently
used.
used.
Okay,
Okay.
NMRU
NMRU
is
is
not
not
most recently used page replacement algorithm. Okay, so in NMRU what we will do, we will approximate the LRU algorithm and we will replace not most recently used page. Okay, it is looking like the same name like least recently used and not most recently used. Okay, the name is similar but algorithm is little bit different, and the implementation is far more simple than the simpler than the LRU algorithm. Okay, so in this how
how we will
uh, we will change our
change our
counter
counter.
part. Okay, in the counter thing we will change how it performs. Okay, so in this case what we will do, we will use only one bit. Okay, we will use only one bit. I think some example will be there. NMRU. Okay, some example is there. Let's go into this example. uh, Not there, I think. Okay, let me go to my iPad and again explain you. Can you able to see my screen? Okay, so in this case, in this one, two, three, four frame, you can see there are two bits are required: 0001, 02, 0001, 10, and 11. Okay, so you can call it this one as 0, this 2 as 1, this is 2 and 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, we need 2 bits. Okay, to count 4 frames, we need 2 bits. So again, we have seen that for 1000 number of frames, we need 10 bits. Okay, so without doing this type of counter thing, what we will do, we will take the same 4 frames. Okay, and we will give one bit, that is 0 or 1. Okay, so now counter will have only one bit. It can say 0 or 1. Okay, so when 2 will come, it will make its bit as 1. Okay, when
When
4 will
4 will
come,
come,
it
it
will
will
keep it
keep
bit
it bit
as
as
1.
1.
When
When
0 will
0 will
come,
come,
it will
it
make
will
its
make
bit
its bit
as
as
1. When
1. When
7 will
7 will
come,
come,
it
it
will
will
make its
make
bit
it bit
as
as
1.
1.
Okay, so when this when this one will come and it will see that all other bits are 1, it will make all other bits as 0. Okay, so whenever we are updating any counter variable and we will see that all the bits will be 1, in that time what we will do, we will make all other bits as 0. Okay, so what will happen in this case now, when 3 will come, okay, when 3 will come, it can either replace this or this. Why? Because the bits are 000. That means any of these 3 page can be replaced. Okay, why this will not be replaced? Because this bit is 1. That means what? This is the recently most recently used page. Okay, this is the most recently used page. And which are not most recently used? This and this. So that's why the algorithm is not most recently used. Okay, so when 3 will come, it depends upon our algorithm. Either it will be randomly choose any of these 3 index and replace any of them, or from the start to end, if you are searching these values from start to end, we can replace the first element. Okay, depends upon how you will replace. Okay, you have to replace a not most recently used page. Okay, so from one bit what we can get, we can get a not most recently used page. Okay, understood this algorithm? Very simple. You will have encounter only one bit. Okay, whenever we are using uh, any value, uh, we are recently using any value, we will make it as 1. Okay, when all the bits are 1, we will keep the latest bit as 1 and flip all other bit to 0. Okay, that is that is one more step, and we will replace any of the pages which are having counter value 0. Okay, that is the simple NMRU algorithm. Okay, any doubt in this, or should I explain again, or is it okay? Okay, next is another algorithm is that is PLRU. Why? Because in NMRU again you can see that we can replace any of the bits or any of the pages. So this is also not good. So that's why we will go for PLRU. Okay, PLRU is what? This is pseudo LRU. The pseudo LRU, we will see what is the name in the book. Uh, Least frequently used algorithm. It will replace the page with smallest count. This is already done. Most frequently used is based on the argument that the page with the smallest count was probably just brought in has to be used. Okay, so there are two other methods are there in counting which page to be replaced. First one is, this is least or list. Let me see this part. This is not least frequently used algorithm. Okay, so in this least frequently used algorithm, what we will do, it will replace the page with smallest count. Okay, that we have seen in LRU. Okay, but if you will replace the page with smallest count, there will be problem. So that's why there is a most frequently used algorithm is also there, which is telling that based on argument that the page with smallest count was probably just brought in and has yet to be used. That means what? If you are bringing in the if you are bringing a page from the hard disk to RAM, then it is just yet brought. Just now it is brought, so that's why it is having a smallest count. Maybe it will be used maybe it will be used in the future, so don't replace that. Okay, that is the most frequently used algorithm. It is saying the opposite of least frequently used algorithm. Okay, just the opposite. Okay, whatever LRU is saying, just the opposite is most frequently used algorithm. But we have also seen a not most recently used algorithm. So these are the three, and there are multiple variants, plus there are other algorithms are also there, which will also wants to simulate the behavior of optimal algorithm. Okay, we have seen an optimal algorithm. So currently what is happening in optimal algorithm, we are telling that we don't know about the future. Okay, that's why we cannot able to use this optimal algorithm. But now what happens in neural network, we are predicting these reference bit, these reference sequence. Okay, based on the past experience, we can predict the future reference of the CPU using the some neural network. uh, you can see some neural networks which are predicting this type of reference numbers. Okay, that means what, which in some time CPU will ask for which page. Okay, that is the prediction. So if we can predict this sequence correctly, almost correctly, then it will be looking like an optimal algorithm. Okay, and plus there are, this is a currently active research area where you can also give your own type of proposition and can find out if your algorithm can find out the future reference string, then it will be good. Okay, and there are multiple variants of LRU. It is not this one or two. This NMRU and PLRU we have seen, it is only for reducing the hardware, extra hardware. Okay, so you can also see how to do this LRU in case of finding the possible string that CPU will use in the future, and based on that we you will replace. Okay, so in LRU, I think there are some more replacement algorithms are there in book. In this one we have already seen that only we have only one bit, and whichever bit we will be having zero, that we will replace. Okay, so this is the advanced version of LRU that we have seen. Okay, it is called in the book, it is called second chance algorithm. Okay, so go through this algorithm and check if it is similar to what I have told. The concept is same. Concept is that whenever one, we will keep only one bit, and we will keep only the pages that are just recently used, and we can replace any of the not most recently used pages, those we are having reference bit as 0. Okay, so that's what it is written. Whenever reference bit is 0, replace it. When reference bit is 1, then you have to do two things. If all the reference bits are 1, then you have to change it to 0. And if all the reference bits are not yet 1, then you can just replace the reference bit which is having 0 value. Okay, so it depends upon how you will implement this. Okay, but you have to implement only one bit using one bit. Okay, this is called the second chance algorithm, or it is called the PLRU or NMRU. It depends upon literature. Many variants of the same algorithms are there. Okay, so you can tell it that this is the LRU approximation algorithm. Okay, we will having only one bit, and based on that, this is the algorithm. What is this? Okay, okay. 1 minute. Sorry. 1 minute. Okay, so in the book it is called second chance algorithm. In the book it is called second chance algorithm. There is only one reference bit, and based on that, there is one example is also given in the book. Okay, so the names can be different, but algorithm is same. There will be one reference bit, and whenever reference bit is 0, you replace that page. If reference bit is 1, then you can have two different things. Either you keep the reference bit as 1, the latest bit as 1, or you will reset all other reference bit to 0. Okay, set all other reference bit to 0, and you keep the latest page that you are using, that you keep it as 1. Okay, and always replace the page having value 0, count value 0. Okay, then there are some enhanced second chance algorithm. Okay, second chance algorithm means it is just the little bit improvement of your LRU algorithm. Okay, so here what it is telling, you implement the LRU algorithm, that means the enhanced LRU algorithm with the reference bit. You also add the modify bit. Okay, so now we are having two tuple, where one first bit is reference bit, second bit is modify bit. If it is 0 0, that means what, it is neither recently used not nor modified. Okay, so why we are using this modify bit? It is better to replace a not modified page. Why? Because if it is modified page, you have to again, if you replace that page from the memory, you have to write it back to the hard disk. Okay, if you are replacing a not modified page, then it is good, you just have to replace it without writing it to the hard disk. Okay, so there are four possible combinations are possible: 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, 0 0 means neither it is recently used not modified. 0 1 means not recently used but modified. If it is modified, then not quite as good for replacement, must write out before replacement. Okay, it is not good for replacement because you have to write it back to the hard disk after the replacement is done. 1 0 means recently used but clean, that means not modified. Okay, probably we will be using this page again, so we will not replace it. 1 1 means recently used and also modified, that means there is a high chance of using the same page again, and if you are replacing it, you have to write it to the hard disk. Okay, so among these four, the lowest priority is 0 0, so better to replace this 0 0. Okay, so when page replacement called for, use the clock scheme, but use the these four classes you have to use. Replace page in lowest non-empty class, that means you have to give some priority to these four. Suppose you give priority, lowest priority to this, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, then replace 0 0, all the pages having 0 0 you can replace without any problem. One thing is, you might have to search in the whole circular queue. This we have already seen. Page buffering algorithm is not there in the syllabus. Then allocation of frames. Okay, so how we are allocating the frames? There are two rules, two types of allocation. One is fixed allocation, one is priority based allocation. Fixed allocation means what? Allocation means what? If there are multiple number of programs are there and all wants to access the RAM, how much allocation will be there for each program? That's what we want to find out. Okay, so equal allocation means, for example, if there are 100 frames and there are 5 processes, so how to allocate? Give equal space for each process. Okay, so what is the meaning? Suppose if there are 100 frames, 100 divided 5, give 20 frames to each process. Okay, that is one type of allocation, that is called equal allocation. There is another type of fixed allocation, that is called proportional allocation, in which it depends upon the program size. Okay, allocate according to the size of the process. Okay, so we have to find the size of the process and we have to divide it by the total number of frames. So based on the size of the process we have to allocate. So if there is a big program and there is a small program, we have to give more frames for the big program and we have to give less frame to the small program. Okay, so based on this equation we have to find out which program will be allocated how many number of frames, but it is again fixed. Okay, it will not change. Based on this equation you will get only fixed number, so based on that number you allocate the frame. Okay, there is also a priority allocation. Priority allocation means if the process pi generates a page fault, select for replacement one of its frame or select for replacement a frame from a process with lower priority number. That means what? Suppose pi is a process and it is having page fault, that means it has to bring some page from the hard disk to main memory. So what we will do, either we will replace one frame from its own process or we can replace one page from a process which is having a lower priority number. Okay, so there are two possibilities. If this pi is having one page fault, then either it can replace its own page or it can replace the page of a process whose priority is less. Okay, so based on that there are again two types of allocation methods: global allocation, local allocation. Global allocation means what? That we have just seen that one process can select a page of its own pages, or it can also replace the page of some other process. Okay, if it is global replacement, then what we will do, we can replace the page of any other process. If it is a local replacement, then what will happen, the process can replace its own allocated frames only. Okay, these are the only two different types of frame allocation method: global replacement or local replacement. If it is global, then you can replace page of any process. Okay, again at that time we have to think about the priority. If it is a local allocation, that means what, it can only replace its own allocated frames. Okay, it will replace only its own allocated frames. So that is the end. I think one more term is there, that is called 2 minutes, that is called thrashing. Okay, in this chapter thrashing is very simple. In thrashing what will happen, if a process does not have enough pages. Okay, if a process does not have enough pages, that means what, if it is a some small process maybe and you have given a small amount of pages, some number, a small number of pages, the page fault rate will be very high. What will happen, if you have given suppose 2 frames for that page, for that process, and that process is needing more number of pages, then there will be lots of page faults. If there is lots of page faults, then you have to get it from the hard disk. Okay, then you have to replace its existing frame. Okay, if it is a local type of allocation, then what do you have to do, if there are only 2 frames and you have to get some new frame, you have to replace the current page from these two places. Okay, then after sometimes what will happen, but quickly we need to replace the frame back. That means whatever just evicted from the RAM, we need that page again. So what will happen, there is a high number of swap in swap out for this process. So at that time what will happen, most of the time will be wasted in swap in and swap out, that means in IO operation. So operating system will think that there is very low CPU utilization, so let's bring some more programs into the RAM. Okay, so if operating system will think that there is less CPU utilization and let's increase the degree of programming, multi-programming, operating system will keep on adding more processes into the RAM. After that what will happen, the page fault will increase again. Okay, why? Because more programs came into the RAM, so the number of frames allocated for each process will again decrease. Okay, so this process is called thrashing. Okay, so thrashing means what, a process is busy swapping in swapping out pages. What will happen then, to increase the multi-programming, the operating system will bring more processes into the main memory to increase the CPU utilization. Then the swap in swap out will increase again. Okay, so that means what, the programs will be doing most of the time IO operation rather than doing CPU execution. Okay, so that's why this graph is telling that CPU utilization will be going up. After some time, what will happen, if you increase the degree of programming, then again it will reduce, the CPU utilization will reduce even if you are bringing multiple number of programs into the main memory. All will be doing swapping and swap out, and CPU will be busy in nothing. So CPU will be sitting just idle. Okay, this process is called thrashing. Okay, so it is a very important term. You just um, read this one more time because this will come in interview and all. So there are important terms. One is demand paging, one is thrashing. Okay, Baladi's anomaly. These are all important terms. So just keep in mind. Okay, so I think that's the end of this chapter. Okay, and end of this unit as well. So in the next, we will see about hard disk. Okay, in the next class we will see related to hard disk and how we will do, how to access each pages inside the hard disk, all those things. Okay, so we have completed RAM, already completed inside the processor in your computer organization. Then last part is there in computer organization. I think if you remember, I have told you about two things we will read in operating system. One is virtual memory, another one is related to hard disk. Okay, so in the next class we will start it. Okay, any doubt up to this virtual memory thrashing, LRU algorithms? Okay, I will put this two algorithm video in your classroom so that you can just check it. Memory and PLRU. Also, if you want, you can check the quizzes are also there so that you can able to understand it clearly. This NMRU and PLRU are just names, so it is given by this author. So don't worry about the names. Just check the algorithm. Okay. So these are the two advancement of LRU. You just check it. Among this, only one is there in the syllabus. Okay, that 1 bit reference bit thing. The other one you just check it, and just for your knowledge, you can keep it with you. Okay, thank you.